So based on what we have seen and experienced over the past 12 to 18 months, it's clear that the trade show industry has rebounded from the recession. From PMMI's perspective, we set new records for attendance, exhibit space, and exhibitors at all of our shows in 2013. Here's a quick rundown of our 2013 results. Expo Pack Guadalajara launched and more than doubled our best projections for attendance. A few months later, Expo Pack Mexico broke all of its records for space, exhibitors, and attendees. And Pack Expo Las Vegas did the same. As you may know, we have added 4 new shows to our portfolio. As I mentioned, Expo Pack Guadalajara, which debuted March 2013, East Africa Pack, AfriPack, which we're doing in partnership with IPAC-EMA and Dr. Corbella, Pharma Expo, and Pack Expo East. We're looking forward to the new shows, and we're anticipating strong results from our established lineup in the coming months. Let's take a look at them in order. Expo Pack Mexico in Mexico City, June 17 to 20, has sold out of exhibit space for the 2nd consecutive year. September 9 to 12 takes us to Kenya for the premier edition of East Africa Pack, produced in partnership with IPAC-EMA. The show launches in Nairobi, Kenya, and serves the East African community. And again, I want to acknowledge Guido. We just recently signed a partnership with them, and I think we'll have a very fruitful, and we hope that you'll cover that show and attend it. We have a good feeling about that area and that show. I'm also pleased to announce at the show we'll have a keynote speaker will be Dr. Michael Okafor, who is Vice President of Global Packaging Innovation and Execution for H.J. Heinz. Dr. Okafor has led some of Heinz's most exciting innovative packaging successes, including the dip and squeeze packets and the plant bottle. His keynote talk will center on innovation and how new packaging is driving sustainable development. Then in November 2014 brings Pack Expo International back to Chicago's McCormick Place. This year's edition of the show has sold out the North, the South, and the Upper Lakeside halls, and we're expanding the Lower Lakeside as fast as we can to meet demand. And across the bridge in the new West building, you'll find the first edition of the co-located Pharma Expo, which we're producing in partnership with the International Society for Pharmaceutical Engineering. We'll also welcome the Active Intelligent Packaging Industry Association, which will co-locate its World Congress with us. AIPIA will be in the West building alongside Pharma Expo. Pharma Expo will spotlight solutions for the entire pharmaceutical life cycle and is also close to selling out. ISPE's robust conference program will make the trip even more worthwhile. We expect attendees to explore Pack Expo, Pharma Expo, and the AIPIA World Congress, finding a wide range of solutions to their common manufacturing challenges. And then after the holiday season, we'll head to Philadelphia for the first ever Pack Expo East at the Pennsylvania Convention Center, February 16th to 18th. This regional trade show is an opportunity to reach out to customers on the East Coast of the United States. And thanks to strong industry support, we had to push the dates for the event back a few weeks to get more space. So now make sure to mark your calendar. The show will be February 16th to 18th. We've also changed the dates to meet demand in Guadalajara. The new dates for Guadalajara will be March 10 to 12, 2015. Certainly trade shows are rebounding, but so is manufacturing. PMMI's second quarterly economic outlook reports U.S. dependence on foreign oil dropped in 2013 for the 8th year in a row. This trend is fueling domestic manufacturing, and as a result, this year's U.S. industrial production is forecast to grow at 1.9%. More importantly, wages are rising too, giving U.S. workers greater buying power. And just last week, the National Association of Manufacturers issued data that showed exports of goods manufactured in the United States more than doubled in the last 10 years, jumping from $622 billion in 2002 to over 1.3 trillion in 2013. There's also good news in the emerging markets as well. Research conducted by the United Nations UNIDO agency shows significant growth potential in the East African nations, where entrepreneurs are inclined to invest in new technologies. They're largely packaging their products manually, and 78% of them plan to invest in new packaging equipment and automation over the next 3 years. With the growth comes opportunity for you, your readers, and your advertisers. PMI's most recent business intelligence studies underscore the possibilities in these markets. We recently released our study on robotics and retail-ready packaging. First, we want to look at the retail-ready packaging study. There's a growing market for retail-ready packaging, and we expect that growth to continue in the coming years. But while the largest market for retail-ready is currently Europe, and the United States is a large retail-ready market, neither region can claim the greatest rate of growth. Instead, it's coming from developed regions such as Africa, Asia, and Central and South America. The large retailers are driving this trend. Their demand for RRP is not just shaping the retail market, it's also shaping OEMs and their customers' decisions about equipment investments. Manufacturers are taking into account concerns about the cost of labor, sustainability efforts, and smaller case counts. Now I'd like to touch on another study we just recently released. It's the robotics study. The first time we did this study in 2008, only 20% of the manufacturers used robots on the packaging line. That number has skyrocketed. Today, 75% of the end users use robotics at some point on their line. Several key trends emerged from our study. Each will create its own subset of advancements in robotic technology. Vision sensor technology that increases precision object handling by distinguishing differences in size, shape, and color. End-of-arm tooling advances, integrated controls, and improved sanitary design for direct contact with food products, and faster speed and increased lifting capabilities. These vision sensors are particularly headline-worthy improvement. Almost half of the robots reportedly on the job currently have vision sensors, and that's going to increase significantly over the next 5 years according to our research. Blind robots can only do what they're programmed to do. With vision sensors, they're capable of tasks such as item-level serialization and e-pedigree data transfer for end-to-end track and trace capabilities. The color imaging provides new levels of detail about the object being handled. With these and other improvements, manufacturers will be able to run leaner and more efficiently. And as the robots are used more widely, advances in controller software are making it possible to specify range of motion and operating speed. And in doing so, it will keep workers safer. Now I want to talk about PMI's Alliance for Innovation and Operational Excellence, which we founded in 2011, which brings together packaging and processing supply chain partners together for a common goal: to improve the performances of consumer products manufacturers and their suppliers by developing solutions to common production and operational challenges. As an example, consider the challenges of measuring OEE, or overall equipment effectiveness. OEE is a term that can mean different things to different people. This spring, after months of conversation and collaboration, AIOE released an overall equipment effectiveness calculator that anyone can use to consider the impacts of changes to its production line. The purpose of the calculator is to establish a common ground so that when machinery builders and end users talk about how a new piece of equipment will change their operations, they've got the same frame of reference, whether they're from the Africa or the United States. This is a very useful tool for any company and is available for free on the AIOE website. Here at Interpack, to help PMI members and your readers connect, PMI created a website called top101innovators.com. Please check it out. It's where you'll find all the PMMI members here at Interpack. Now I'd be remiss if I didn't invite you all to attend Pack Expo International, PMMI's flagship event at McCormick Place in Chicago, November 2 to 5 this year. It is the most comprehensive event for packaging and processing in North America. Attendees and exhibitors represent more than 40 vertical markets with heavy concentration of food, beverage, medical device, and pharmaceutical markets. We're expecting more than 50,000 end users and over 1,800 exhibitors and more than 1.1 million net square feet of space of 102,000 net square meters. And on Monday, November 3rd, Pack gives back again with Jay Leno, featuring Jay Leno, and all proceeds from that event will go to a charity called K9s for Warriors. With all that's going on at Pack Expo's customer-centric approach becomes much more important every day. Our pavilions and vertical lounges help attendees make the show theirs. We're very pleased to once again have the support of several highly respected industry groups in this effort. The Biscuit and Cracker Manufacturers Association has joined us for the first time to host and endorse the Baking Snack Lounge. Also, the National Confectionery Association will endorse and support the Candy Bar Lounge and the Confectionery Pavilion. And the International Society of Beverage Technologists will support the Beverage Cooler Lounge. And again, the Reusable Packaging Association will be sponsoring the Reusable Packaging Pavilion. We look forward to welcoming you to Chicago this November. And while you're here at Interpack, please be sure to visit our booth in Hall 12, booth F01. Also, I hope you all are planning to join us on Saturday night at May 10th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Intercontinental Ballroom, at the Intercontinental Hotel in the Grand Ballroom. That's Saturday night. In closing, I'd like to sum up the idea of why we do all this. PMMI's mission is to convene the packaging and processing supply chain to bring suppliers and their customers together to do business. PMMI does this at its shows for sure, but across all of our product lines and activities as well. And we do it with the help of everybody in this room, and we do appreciate your help in the coverages of our events and our studies and whatnot. So with that, again, I want to thank you for being here, and have a good afternoon. We have dessert, so thanks again.